Honey. Not yet, but soon. No problem. Hello, everyone, and welcome
Radiant
to
team ban.
this match in the Joint Dota League. We have a Lion Wraith King against Nagas in Pajamas. Both of these teams undefeated in group right now.
Dire
it's kind
team
of a big
ban.
series here. Here to cast this with me is Zoidberg. Welcome to the draft.
Thank you very much. And we already have two early bans with Lycan and Ancient Apparition.
Pretty standard ban. Nothing too crazy. Invokers, you know, another super standard ban. Get rid of the Rad Dodo with getting rid of Lycan. Ancient Apparition is really strong in aggressive tri-lanes and regular tri-lanes right now. And yeah, this is pretty much just
10 seconds remaining
in bans.
Radiant team pick.
The Tree and Protector ban's a funny thing. In the first game that we actually played up against Nagas in Pajamas, they banned the same thing. Nagas in Pajamas likes to run 3 solos with kind of a 2 roaming strategy, and Tree's really good with the global heal to be able to get rid of that. I've seen them ban Tree in the first round a few times.
And Ancient Apparition's ult also counters the global push.
Man, makes a lot of sense. You show up, try to gank someone, and all of a sudden have to eat Ancient Apparition. That's no good at all.
First pick Mirana.
You actually like to play a lot of Mirana. She's really good. Her ultimate kind of, you know, when used offensively works really well. And anyone who can set up for the arrow is good. Bane, Shadow Demon, that sort of thing. Let's see how Nagas counters that.
Ten seconds remaining.
The thing I really like about a first pick Mirana
5
too
seconds
is she can
remaining.
run off lane, she can run in a tri lane. You can even see her mid on occasion. You know, she
Reserve
can roam
time.
around. It doesn't really tie your lanes down really that bad at all.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who these first 2 picks are going to be. Usually when we pick Mirana first, there's a very quick and very obvious counter pick to her, and I'm really interested to see what these guys will come up with. Nagas in Pajamas. Darkseer.
Oh wow, that's a really nice just opening to
Radiant
we're gonna
pick.
wombo combo. Vacuum plays really well with Ice Path. And with the recent buff to Jakiro's ult, it's a classic pairing that's just getting stronger and stronger. And Lion Wraith King picks up the Mirana setup with the Bane, so it's either going to be, you know, those two will be together. If there's a third with them, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, with Bane and Mirana together, you could actually even go without another support and just use the Nightmare to set up for a long spear.
Yeah, for sure. You can 2-1-2 with that and just send them to the offlane, because Mirana as a carry is kind of, well, she's not kind of. Mirana as a carry is weak. She just doesn't use items
10
as good as other
remaining.
carries. But in, you know, the early and mid game, arrows and
5 seconds
Sparkle
remaining.
hurt a lot.
Radiant team ban.
Disruptor ban from Lion Wraith King. They're just going to try to ban out anything, you know, that's going to play to this big wombo combo. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Magnus out of there, or, you know, in any setup hero. With Darkseer, that's enough setup, but some sort of blink initiate from
10
Nagas in Pajamas
seconds
is
remaining.
what I would guess that they have in store.
5 seconds.
Well, so with the ban from Disruptor, you know, that's kind of obvious, you know, the counter initiation, silence, and a lot of map or area control with the ring. But what do you think with the Nyx Assassin ban that Nagas in Pajamas are afraid of?
Well, they have a Jakiro, and they're probably, you know, I mean, Darkseer is an int hero, but right now Nagas in Pajama wants to play 5v5, and with the Nyx out on the board, he'll be able to go off and get, you know, pickoffs here, pickoffs there, and then the 5v5 fight will be less, you know, less easy to set up.
Ban.
Easy to scout as well.
Yeah, for
Team
sure.
pick.
It's hard to it's hard to smoke gank into a Nyx assassin running around. It's hard to have that 5v5 fight if you're just getting picked off. Lion Wraith King bans out the Naga. They just don't want Naga set up to vacuum macro fire. It's pretty standard stuff you don't want to see. I wouldn't be surprised to see some other just Wombo hero.
Radiant team pick.
Shadow Demon, another support we've been seeing a lot of.
I think if my possibility of Nagas in Pajamas running 2 roamers again is correct, I'm guessing we're going to see disruption into Ice Path and Shadow Demon and Jakiro just kind of wander the map. But we'll have to see. But that's a really nice support duo of Shadow Demon and Jakiro out, just because disruption into Ice Path, the Ice Path will
10
land
seconds
every
remaining.
single time. Jakiro has one of the grossest, worst casting animations
5
in the game.
seconds
You
remaining.
can see Ice Path coming from a mile away. But with the disruption, there's really nothing you can do about it.
Reserve time.
Who do you think we're going to see on this third pick? Do you think we're going to have pick the big carry, or do you think we'll have another support for this Mirana Bane down from Lion Wraith King?
Well, Nagas in Pajamas isn't showing a whole lot.
Storm Spirit.
There it is. Storm
Dire
Spirit,
team pick.
a hero who needs to be locked down and who needs to be addressed in Nagas in Pajamas draft. You can't have a Storm Spirit do whatever he wants. Shadow Demon has a little bit of lockdown. Jakiro, not really enough, unless they catch him in that Disruption Ice Path combo. Vacuum's not going to do anything to him. We need a Silence, an Orchid, Sheep, Hex, something to keep a Storm Spirit down.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think it's going to change what Nagas in Pajamas
5
is doing
seconds
a
remaining.
whole lot. They still need their mid and their carry.
Reserve
they can get some
time.
silence in the mid. Like a Puck wouldn't surprise me at all here. Even a silencer. Pretty much anyone who has a silence. I hate to say it, but Death Prophet could even see a pick here on this. I'm guessing that the control they need for Storm Spirit will be coming in their mid position, though, because for a carry, they want someone who's going to...
And there's the Death Prophet. There you go.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, a 6-second silence is more than enough to kill Storm. If Storm can't cast spells and he can't use his ult, he can't get out. And Death Prophet plays into the, hey, you have to team fight us. If she has Exorcism going and she's on your towers, you have to team fight. And that's what Naga in Pajamas wants. They want the 5v5 fight with this lineup.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Got a lot
remaining.
of thought going on for Lion Wraith King's last pick for this phase of the game.
Reserve time.
Yeah, Lion Wraith King has to come up with a way that they're going to be able to actually, you have to be able to envision your win. And with Lion Wraith King right now, their problem is they're going to have a hard time pushing up into the base. They're really gank oriented. Bane, Mirana, Storm Spirit, those are all just, get on top of one or two heroes and pick them off really easily. And that works really well for mid game control. And but with the draft, Lion Wraith King is going to have to get a decent amount ahead to be able to walk into the team fight that Naga in Pajamas is bringing to bear here. They might want more of a team fight oriented hero, like a Tide Hunter right now would not be out of the question. But yeah, they can go either way with it. They can just get gankier. They can just try to out carry and be like, look, it's Medusa. We'll win this if it goes to 60 minutes. But they need to be able to answer the 5v5 fight.
Dire
We have
team
Undying.
He's a hero who will help them in the engagements. That's it's a team fight hero. It's not really so much of a ganking hero, but at least the way we use him, we'll run him offlane every once in a while, which is not
10
to the
seconds
meta.
remaining.
But he's a hero that doesn't get dove really
5
easy.
seconds
You can kind of leave him out
remaining.
as bait and come in with Bane and Storm Spirit and Mirana and punish anyone who tries to kill your Undying.
Reserve time.
Undying's really strong before level 10, but he just falls off really hard. I'd almost rather have a 60-minute Bane than a 60-minute Undying.
Radiant team ban.
But his strength in that early to mid game is very strong. Tombstone is incredibly strong, and trying to team fight on top of a Tombstone is a bad idea regardless of your team fight. We'll have to see if Naga in Pajamas can get the jump and get fights
Dire
without
team
Tombstone down.
pick.
We have a ban of Crystal Maiden and Faceless.
That's what makes me think that Lion Wraith King might just try to out-carry Nagas and
Morphling.
Radiant team
with a
pick.
Morphling, that might be hard. Morphling needs farm, but he uses it very well. We've been seeing a lot of Morphling in pro play. RTZ, even Eternal Envy, like to run him. Just some nice burst damage. Doesn't play to the huge team fight that could have come with Naga and Pajamas. If they went with like a Gyro or something like that, then their team fight is just unquestioned. But Morphling can put out a lot of right clicks and
10 seconds remaining.
If he's 6-slotted, it's really hard for Lion Wraith King to
5
come up with a
seconds
carry
remaining.
right now. If they do that, they might just be running Mirana as a carry, which puts them in a pretty, I'd say, bad
10
spot.
seconds remaining.
Mirana is not going to carry with a Morphling. You give them the exact same items; they're both agility
5
heroes. The
seconds
Morphling
remaining.
will crush her. But we'll just have to see. That will help a lot. Luna's a really good carry and a really good carry from behind. I imagine Lion Wraith King's going to run this 2-1-2, and then Naga and Pajamas is going to run the two roamers in Jakiro and Shadow Demon, because Morphling as a carry is, he's definitely safe alone. Waveform will save your life.
Yeah, a lot of mobility, a lot of escape.
And he can just, throw everything into strength in a pinch with, TPs coming in from Shadow Demon and Jakiro. He'll be safe. I think it's going to be the classic Naga and Pajamas gameplay here with 3 solos, 2 roamers. And Lion Wraith King, I do believe, will be trying to run a 2-1-2 to counter that. But let's introduce the players here. We have
Prepare
Slut
for
Fur,
battle.
a lovely name on the Death Prophet. I imagine she'll be going mid. Physics Math Man, who plays a mean Enigma on the Shadow Demon. He doesn't have the cute new back for Shadow Demon that we like to see, but whatever. Renox on Morphling. Jakiro is played by T-House, and Axosh. I'm going to go with Axosh on the Darks here. Lion Wraith King coming up here with Asian Bluff on the Bane. We have a pause by Bane. Quilly is playing their Luna, and we have clones here on the Undying. They have a mid Sorrow who's going to be playing the Storm Spirit. And Pet Zergling on what appears to be a solo safe Mirana. I actually like that. Bane might join her afterwards, but I think they're just going to kind of wait the lanes out. If it's going to be Mirana against Darkseer, she should have a great time. If Nagas and Pajamas run a traditional lane, and the safe lane Mirana should be able to survive if she gets the Shadow Demon Jakiro showing up. It'll be a lot of damage, but Leap's powerful.
So do you think this is a try lane up top, or is this just for initial try to gank in the jungle?
I think they'll run it as a tri lane to start, because if you're Nightmared and a Tombstone is down, then there's a lot of damage going to be coming from that. And I think right now the Bane has a ward, but he worst case scenario is he goes and joins them Mirana and they 2-1-2. I think they're just going to kind of test it out and see, because right now the Bane can be highly mobile and not be punished for it at all. And anytime Bane meets up with Mirana on the map, they can just do the classic Nightmare to Spear. That is not fun.
So what do you think of the tri lane as a counter to Nagas in Pajamas gank and roam strategy?
I think it's good. It just depends on vision. Right now, both teams got observer wards. Nagas in Pajamas actually started with a smoke, and it is on the Shadow Demon, so an early rotation out of them will be expected. We're getting pings out up top. They're placing a ward here, blocking the camp. It's in a nice spot. Usually when people go to D-ward, they try to D-ward over here. But somewhere in there. But that ward won't be D-warded very easily at all.
So it doesn't give you any vision, but it does stop that creep camp from spawning.
Yeah, for sure. It gives limited vision, just kind of to the right, but nothing useful really. We'll have to keep an eye on the Bane and see where Bane ends up going. But I think, yeah, so I think it's just going to be aggressive right now, which, you know, going aggressive against a Morphling isn't as effective as going aggressive against a melee carry, because Morphling can still, you know, still last hit. But it is 3v3, which makes for an exciting go-around. They scout out the lane, they see what's up, and see if we get any action. Something should break loose here pretty much immediately, I've got to imagine. Clones is coming in, does have the tombstone at level 1. Oh wow, just drops the tombstone and there's 0 follow-up. Just used as a zoning tool. Yeah. That's boring.
Nothing else too exciting in our other lanes either. We have a little bit of excitement down south right now with Mirana and Darkseer.
Yeah.
Early game harass is going to hurt that Mirana's.
Well, as far as last hits go, it's a minute in, and Death Prophet's already 5-2. It is only a minute in, but it's it's a decent sign. Storm's up to 4-0, but 6-3 on.
Oh, here we go. Got some action.
And not enough damage to follow up the combination we spoke of earlier. Just disruption to Ice Path to Nightmare and walk away. It's nothing too exciting.
We have a bottle coming mid to Death Prophet. Very early bottle. And we have Illusion spawning top. Jakira's going to see it, and I assume Death Prophet's going to come and grab it. Yep, here she goes.
Empties her bottle out and goes and gets the room. Stormsphere got the bottle around the same time, so they're kind of even as far as that goes. Slutfer has Tangos, and Storm Spirit has this similar amount of regen. That illusion room is going to be big, but nothing too much. They're just farming as of right now. The Death Prophet is getting the better of the lane. She's 14-4, where Storm is 9-0. I wouldn't say it's a crushing, but for a lane that should be relatively even, the Death Prophet's doing better. The really nice thing about a tri-lane versus a tri-lane up here on top with the Undying is with Decay, he can just build up stacks and stacks and just lower the health of the enemy heroes. He had 5 stacks of back up to 4, but he can just kind of keep spamming that, and there's really not a lot that Nagas in Pajamas can do. Undefeated right now in group stages, and it's kind of all the lower teams, us included, are really curious to see who does what in this series, because basically the winner of this game pretty much has this is the biggest roadblock to either of these teams moving into Division 4 next season.
Darkseer is interrupting the lane down south, and here comes the spear. Going to easily dodge that.
I think interrupting the lane is Darkseer's really only shot to stop.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Chase him away. Let's check the net worth. Yeah, as we talked about before, Death Prophet's top in the game. Mirana and Darkseer are about the same, so that battle is really breaking even. I thought Mirana would be able to just take advantage of this Darkseer, but he's doing well.
Death Prophet gets haste down bottom. Is going to loop around. Here she goes.
Activates the haste and goes in. That's 2 runes, and they've both gone to Death Prophet. She's making a move on. She's still run away. Yeah, she has Swarm. She can swarm. Wow.
We got some deaths up top coming too.
Oh wow, big fight.
A lot of action.
Luna trying to keep Jakiro with the tombstone to stay alive. She does it. Wow, nice salve. Big double kill. All of a sudden, everything breaks loose everywhere besides bottom lane. Both teams,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
cautious
attack.
due to just they both know they're playing the other undefeated team, and they're just kind of waiting. But yeah, first blood comes in 5 minutes, and it comes everywhere.
Let's take a look at who got those kills.
That's a decent idea. Oh wow, Clones got the double kill. He's 2-0 and 1. That was both kills for. Oh yeah, no, there was an unassigned kill on the side of line ranking, but yeah, the kills for Naga in Pajamas went to first blood into Slutfer, and Seahouse did got the kill and to death. Both players on Nagas in Pajamas who got kills, both died as well. Oh, I missed it. There was a rotation from the Bane over to the Death Prophet. It looks like Shadow Demon TP'd in, but was too late to save the Death Prophet. I was just checking. I'm like, oh wow, she died. I didn't know. But yeah, she just died right now mid. Bane ended up getting credit
Radiant's
for the kill.
bottom tower is under attack.
And Stormsphere gets his first rune. He losing rune top. Luna's finished up her Midas, which in an aggressive tri-lane, 6 minutes and 30 seconds is a pretty good time for a Midas. It's not blazing speed, but for Death Prophet pops her ult mid, just gonna push the tower, she's catapult on his way.
I'm over here.
Storm moves in. I think Storm should just get out of there. No reason to fight that. No reason to fight Exorcist.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Slutfer might have to back up. She has Shadow.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Up, but she's gonna have to move. She's just trying to take hits for the catapult, let the catapult live around. She knows her ult will heal her very much to full when it ends. She's got the bottle, yeah. Full health, full mana, no problem. And that catapult lives long enough to take the jumps.
Darkseer is now having a lot better luck getting last hits and Ion Shell kills with bottom lane now. He spent a couple groups earlier interrupting the creep camp and got all the gold from those, and then looped around and came back down south.
We got some pings coming up top. Oh, it's just Morphling pinging out that they.
And there we go.
GK goes off. Disruption is
Still diving through the top.
I don't see this. Oh, Bane also doesn't make it out.
We have Mirana ult.
Yeah, Morphling throws a lot into strength and ends up getting out.
With the Mirana ult, though, we still have people looping around. Oh, wow.
Dire's top tower is under
not
attack.
cautious enough. With the Mirana ult, Luna can just loop under and just hit Shadow Demon right in the face. Lion Wraith King moves
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Death Prophet will all come down again. That spell is powerful. Way too powerful. It's just pushing mid. Shadow Demon TP's in. They have Shadow Demon in. Darkseer is coming in to it.
Radiant's middle tower has
Here, I'll
fallen.
keep going.
Bane just kind of walks away. He can't fight 4 heroes.
It's still not 6.
Oh, that is the 9 minutes in and level 5. That's pretty rough. Let's take a look at the overall experience graph. Jakiro's been getting the worst of the experience. He's still level 4. It's not. I wouldn't say levels are really needed on him, but all those spells are good, and levels in those spells are good. I'd say Ice Path levels the least well, but Jakiro needs
Dire's
levels.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, our net worth is sitting pretty equal right now. Lion Wraith King have a 1,200 gold advantage, but it's really not. 10 minutes in, that's nothing. These two teams match up very evenly. That is one thing about Starter League that's kind of hard to tell. You never know what the teams are just because two teams aren't defeated.
Banes and South.
Move on the darks here, and it works. Shadow Demon once again.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Self-aware. Give it away. Mirana thought about going.
Bane is now 6.
He probably just hasn't put it in. Yeah. Oh.
Action top, but I don't think we're going to see a kill.
No, yeah, like we were saying earlier, Morphling can be left alone and still be pretty tough. He can use his ult to relocate somewhere else, or just throw it all and just waveform away. As long as he has mana, he's really not easy to kill.
We have a Mirana ult and Storm Spirit moving in on south. Bottom lane, here we go.
Has like 500 health. Someone's gonna be ulted by this. Nope, no mana.
Not enough mana for an ult.
Death probably lives long enough.
Whoa.
So far this is a 1-for-nothing engagement.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nagas and Pajamas still want more here. Storm got dark here, not much, right? 3 or 4 times, but really just been doing it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
By Dire, I'm not really sure what they're trying to protect. Top tower is safe. That's just a waste of a fortifier.
Yeah, looks like Nagas and Pajamas are still going to push this bottom lane.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to force the majority of Lion Wraith King away from their Morphling. I think they have faith in harder carry than it's kind of a toss-up. And Luna does have the where Morphling is not. Morphling is actually, there better be something on the courier coming for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Luna's
has
taking
fallen.
the top net worth, while Morphling is not even half of what she is. Yeah, Morphling's farm is
Dire's
not
middle
where
tower
Luna's
is under
Luna
attack.
in a hard lane, I feel like she's susceptible to ganks. I think Nagas is fast to no, it's just having
We got some TPs up top.
all the teams up top. It's not something at all. I'm trying to help really figure out this alive, but this dark seer doesn't just head back to the tower. Shadow Demon does not make it out.
We have an ult from Bane.
Oh yeah, Death Popping.
And a lot of things.
Oh wow. That's a big fight. Endlessly takes that fight. They lose their carry and their mid, but Nagas and Pajamas lose everyone. That's a 5 for 2. I feel like Undying is just an underrated support right now. He's really good. Tombstone is just so hard to fight under in the first 15 minutes.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Really detrimental on low hit point heroes like Shadow. Our net worth chart, the Mirana and the Luna are about tied up with Death Prophet, and then there's a sharp turn down, but it's still Storm and Undying. Lion Wraith King has the top, out of the top 5 positions. Lion Wraith King, is in 4 of them. Shadow Demon's rocking a nice 650 net worth. He's just going to be food at this point. Got some it looks like Lion Wraith King Death Prophet does not have
Nice spear from Mirana. Gets Jakiro from above, very far away.
And Jakiro dies for it. They lose Jakiro and Death Prophet. Iron Wraith King is starting to run away with this game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Rana gets her soul back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's everyone on Naga in Pajamas dying.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We have DP pushing top tower. I'm not sure that's going to help very much though.
But yeah, too little, too late. I think probably their best.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Most likely this season.
Dire's middle tower is under
No real
attack.
reason to stop.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Darkseer's still working on top, but I think he's going to run out and get a TP.
Yeah, the tower's still
Dire's
half
bottom
health.
tower is under attack.
Basically wasted time with that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Naga Pajamas just TP out, try to defend the towers, get what gold they can. Rana's completed the drum. I don't see that much as her on first item. You usually see, you know, maybe Aquila, something else. I'm guessing the Luna has Aquila though. Oh yeah, Luna has Aquila, and she's got a couple helmet dominators, another big item. Let's go to all the items here. Storm Spirit has an Oblivion Staff. I'm guessing he's working on
Morano.
That is a Morano. He's got some action here. It's the Secret Shop. It's Undying Ping.
Whining
Pick up the
now.
Jakiro and keep on chasing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Vayne's ult is now off cooldown. He's coming in. Wrapped around. We have a GG.
Yeah, the trailing just went bad. Luna was out farming Morphling by a lot. Undying, the presence early game really paid off, and I think a few costly, unnecessary deaths by Nagas in Pajamas. Iron Wraith King takes the game I'd say pretty handily. Thanks, and let's go ahead and watch game 2, see how it goes.